Hello everyone. Today we're going to discuss about session 16, 17, 18 from unit 2 of data communications and networks for BCA 5th semester, Bangalore North University. So in this session we are going to discuss about error detection and correction. So this session helps to understand the concept of switching networks and to know the different types of switching networks and the comparison of the switching networks. Error detection and correction. Data can be corrupted during transmission due to some external noise or crosstalk, anything. Some application requires that error can be detected and corrected. So we need to detect the error and we need to correct it. So what is an error? Error means that occurs noise that occurs during the transmission of the data. The types of the error. Whenever a bit flow, the term single bit error means that only one bit of a given data unit, such as a byte or a character or a packet, is changed from 1 to 0 or 0 to 1. Usually the data will transmit in a digital form, that is zeros and ones. So when the 0 is replaced by 1 or 1 is replaced by 0, then that leads to error. For single bit error to occur, the noise must have a duration of only 1 is, which is very rare. Noise normally lasts much longer than this. For example, there are two types of this interference can change the shape of the signal. So the errors are of two types. One is single bit error, burst error. So first we'll see single bit error. What is single bit error? The term single bit error means that only one bit of a given data unit, that may be either byte or character or a packet, that changes from 0 to 1 or 1 to 0. For a single bit error to occur, the noise must have a duration of only 1, in which is very rare, and noise normally lasts much longer than this. So this in the diagram, as you see, so the sender is sent 000000010 from the sender, but the receiver received 000001010. Instead of 0, the receiver received 1, the 0 changed to 1, that leads to an error. So this type of error is called single bit error. Next one, burst error. The term burst error means that two or more bits in the data unit have changed from 1 to 0 or from 0 to 1. A burst error is most likely to occur than a single bit error. The duration of noise is normally longer than the duration of one bit, which means that when the noise affects the data, it affects a set of bits. The number of bits affected depends on the data rate and the duration of the noise. So how can we calculate the number of bits error? Means how many number of bits has affected. That depends on the data rate, how the data is transmitted, data rate, and the data data rate and the duration of the noise. How much time the noise has occurred. And so the diagram indicates the burst error, example of the burst error, redundancy. The central concept is in detecting and correcting the error is redundancy. What is this concept redundancy? So redundancy is nothing but the detecting and correcting of the errors. To be able to detect and correct errors, first what we need to do, we need to send some extra bits with our data. So we need to send the extra bits with our original data. So these redundant bits are added by the sender and removed by the receiver. Their presence allows the receiver to detect and correct the corrupted bits. So this is how we can we can detect and correct the error. Detection versus correction. So what is the difference in between the detection and the correction? So the correction of the errors is more difficult than the detection. Detection, we can easily detect the error, but the correction of the error is much difficult. In error detection, we are looking only to see if the error has occurred. The answer is simple, yes or no. So, error is detected, yes. Error is not detected, no. But in the error correction, we need to know the exact number of bits that are corrupted, and more importantly, their location in the message, and we need to find out. That number of errors and the size of the message are important factors. So this is the difference in detecting the error and correcting the error. Detecting is very easy, but the correcting is very difficult. Next, there are two methods are there in the error correction. One is the forward error correction and the retransmission. Forward error correction is the process in which the receiver tries to guess the message by using redundant bits. This is possible, as we see later, if the number of error is small. If the number of error is small, we can guess it. But if the number of error is big, so then the correction is the another correction method is retransmission technique. Retransmission technique in which the receiver detects the occurrence of the error and asks the sender to resend the message again, once again. So that is the only method if the error is big. The resending is repeated until a message arrives at the receiver believes that it is error free. There is no error that can be detected. So this is about the error detection and correction. So this error detection. So in the next topic is datagram network. In a datagram network, each packet is treated independently of others. Even if a packet is a part of multi-packet transmission, the network treats it as though it exists alone. Packets in this approach are referred as a datagrams. Datagram switching is normally done at the network layer. The datagram networks are sometimes referred to as connectionless network. The term connectionless has been already discussed in the last sessions. That is switch that doesn't keep any information about the connection states. There is no setup phase, there is no teardown phase. Each packet is treated as the same by switch regardless of its source and destination. Two major packet switching modes exist is connectionless packet switching, also known as datagram switching. Connection oriented packet switching, that is also called as virtual switching, circuit switching. In the first case, each packet includes complete addressing or routing information. The packets are routed individually, sometimes result in different paths and out of order delivery. In the second case of connection is defined and pre-allocated in each involved node during a connection phase before any packet is transferred. So message switching. A message switching is a logical unit of information and can be of any length. So in this message switching, if a station wishes to send a message to another station, it first adds the destination address to the message. Each message is treated as an individual unit, and in this message switching, each complete message is then transmitted from one device to the another device through the internetwork. And in this session, we discussed about all the error detection and correction code and switching networks. So these are all the references. Thank you.